Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the Battle of the Blades. It's an honor to take part in this with my good friend Funky over at Scale Street Garage. We wanted this Battle of the Blades to be the first cut of the new decade. So I was trying to decide what cars to use, and you may recall a while back I did the Bug Shaker, which was the Bone Shaker front end and the VW Bug back end. So I thought on this one, I'd try that new Mod Rod body in place of the Bone Shaker. And, I gave away the Bone Shaker, Bug Shaker, excuse me. It was donated to a really good cause earlier this year. But I have missed that car. It was a fun little car. So I thought I'd do something similar to that for this event. And I love chopping up bugs. So the Mod Rod body is interesting. I've done a few things with them already. And it seemed almost like a natural fit for this. So I figured I'd basically have the same layout on the car. I'd have the Mod Rod front end with the engine, chop off the back, put the bug body on the back half, and it'd be somewhat similar to the Bone Shaker, but it'd have it seemed to me it would have a more aggressive looking front end than even the Bone Shaker. So that was the plan originally. And sometimes plans don't work out the way you really expect them to, or sometimes you'll be making these cuts and you find out something you hadn't expected. So I did the usual, just drilled them out, and took them apart, saw what I had, and then I started making the cuts. So no, I don't cut that fast. Yes, this is accelerated. I wish I cut that fast. But I thought, okay, I'll just cut that front hood off, and very similar to the Bug Shaker. That same area on the cut. For whatever reason, I had kind of a hard time cutting this thing. And I thought, hey, let me use the vise to do it, which was an incredibly stupid idea because the vise was just in the way. But I thought somehow that would make things better. And this gives me a chance to show you this vise that I've had for quite a while now, and I have virtually never used. For whatever reason, the things I tend to cut up or do just don't seem to fit in the vise no matter how I adjust those little pins. And they are great. They're adjustable. So I cut and cut and cut and cut and cut. And eventually I get through this thing. But so I separate the hood from the back half of the Bug. And I make a similar cut on the Mod Rod, separating the front hood area from the back. While you're watching these cuts, I'd like to take a moment to say that it's been an absolute pleasure to be part of this with Funky. And we've tormented each other pretty well over on the Facebook group and had so much fun. It's ridiculous, to be honest with you. It's been great. So while some are thinking this is a competition, it's not. It's just good, clean fun. So hopefully you enjoy these videos, and definitely go over and check out Funky's video, Scale Street Garage. I can't wait to see what he turns out, and I hope he's had as much fun with this as I have, because I think the tormenting each other, even the accusations of me taking steroids, which may be partially true. Look at the speed I'm employing here to make these cuts. Mere mortals can't do this, not without a little enhancement. So it's truly been a joy to wrap up this year and enter the new year with this event. So that being said, back to the battle. So Took a little filing, started piecing things together, and this time I tried something a little different. Usually I JB Weld tack these things together, and I did on this one too. But what I did a little differently is I thought, why don't I use clay to hold these pieces together while I'm just lightly tacking them with JB Weld. So there you see the car I'm planning to build. The mod rod front end, the Beetle back end. But if you take a look in the background, you see what I end up doing. I use the other pieces. I love how these other pieces look. And I'll do the other car at some point, but this one looks like an eagle. And what's better to represent America than an eagle? So that is the nose of the bug and the back end of the mod rod. So there you see the other body that I still was halfway planning to use, but to be honest, at this point I knew I was going with the eagle. So I start modifying the Volkswagen base to fit inside that body of the mod rod with the Volkswagen front end. I did a little filing to the front of it, and just a little fine filing. It wasn't a big deal to get that hook nose to cover down the front of there, that beak hanging down. I love that front end. And so then the round part on the back I had to cut off. So I cut that, just used nippers to take the big chunk off. That was a lot easier than trying to cut that. And sometimes when you start cutting plastic, it just gets messy. And so that worked pretty well, just using the nippers. I tried to do that a lot of times. So I filed it down a little bit, filed it down a little bit more, trying to get it to fit. And eventually I get there. You notice I still have that other body. This is actually quite a while later. Still have that other one laying around at the top of the screen. It was honestly out of the picture. But anyhow, it took a little bit to file. And what I end up doing, once that's done, the back end of the mod rod, the way it hangs over that back area, I needed a little bit more body on there. So I had tapped this earlier, so now I'm taking the screws back out of it. I liked, when I tap it and go to strip it, I like having the screws in it when I strip it. So there you see, it actually fits pretty darn well. It was surprisingly well the way it fit. I needed to file down the sides a little bit more. I don't recall if I show that here or not, but it wasn't a lot that needed to be taken off of it. It was surprising how well it fit on its own. And yeah, here we go. I did have to sand down the sides a little bit, but again, it wasn't much. It's surprising how the body of the Volkswagen and the body of the mod rod are very similar fit-wise. So there you see, we're pretty much there. So I hit the base with flat black. I add a little round tube to the back to give it a bumper back there. Hit it with flat black again. And stole some wheels. Sure enough, off a bone shaker, Real Riders. Those worked out great. And I detailed the headlights. Had to chop up the interior a little bit. Had to trim the windshield down quite a bit, but then threw it in gauzy. And then gave it a bald eagle look. Put that white top on the black base. I wanted it to look kind of rat rodish. So I didn't want it to be super glossy. So it's kind of a semi-gloss finish on there. And I dusted the top with the white because I wanted it to look like an eagle. I wasn't going to go so far as to paint that beak yellow. I can tell you that. I think I went a little far as it was, and may get some criticism for the white top, the dusting of the white top. But I knew if I put a yellow beak on this thing, I would never hear the end of it. So I showed some restraint, as amazing as that is. Detailed, I used some Citadel paints, detailed the straps on the back, detailed the little brake light on the back. It's hard to tell since that's out of the picture right now. But trust me, I'm doing this stuff. It was nice how the straps, oddly enough, the body was black and I dusted it with white. And painting the straps black again made them stand out and look a little more realistic. And so then I just took a toothpick and some of the Citadel silver paint and detailed the door handles, which are recessed into the side of the mod rod body, which made them really easy to paint. So did those. A lot of times I'll just use toothpicks for this kind of thing. And got the detail I wanted on it. So, now we're ready to assemble this thing. Like I said, I did put a clear coat over it. The clear coat, interestingly, kind of muted the white a little bit. I'm not quite sure why, but it still has that semi-gloss finish that I wanted. And it still has that eagle look. And I didn't want it to be bright white because I wanted it to look like feathers in a way, which may sound goofy, but I'm making an eagle. So, the top, that glass really did have to be filed down quite a bit to fit. It's the mod rod back, but because of how the front of the Volkswagen went in, I had to file down quite a bit off that front end. But the gauzy, sanded it down, ended up sanding it with 3000 grit sandpaper and then used Flitz polish on it. And then the gauzy made it, fantastic. So it looks beautiful. You'd never know that was sanded down. So get to that point, throw this little thing together. I don't know why it seems like some of my bigger builds are the smallest cars. Kind of like Scrappy the shop truck. Turns out to be the tiniest little thing, kind of as this one does. This is a really tiny little car, and I do like the rat rod look of it. It's like a rat rod eagle. It looks low, it looks mean, it looks like a predator. It looks like it can take anything. Hear that, Funky? So, anyhow, here's where we started. We had 2 cars when we started. They were fun ones to chop up, but then I love chopping stuff up. So that's where we started. And it wasn't where I planned to end up, but I think it was a fortunate discovery. Just tacking those 2 little stray extra pieces together, they turned out actually being what I thought was the better looking vehicle. So there you have it. There you have the Eagle. And that's my entry in the Battle of the Blades. So thank you all for watching. There's going to be a few more glamour shots of the car here coming up. Thank you, Funky at Scale Street Garage, for participating in this with me. I had a blast, my friend. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of the subscribers. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Again, we did recently cross 1,000 subscribers. That just blows my mind. So I'm looking forward to the new year, having a lot of fantastic builds, having a lot of fun with my friends. And it's a wonderful community. Thank you all for everything. I can't tell you how much it means to me. And keep watching. Thanks again. I hope you like the car. And Happy New Year, everyone.